Hey, we got an absolute value limit problem here. The first thing to notice is that we're approaching 3 from the left. So if you draw yourself a number line where you're literally approaching 3 from the left, you can tell that your x values would have to be less than 3. And if your x values are going to be less than 3, well, maybe you're going to use something like 2.9. And if you were to use something like 2.9, inside those absolute values, you would get a negative number. So if you're going to get a negative number, then you're going to want to use the second possibility for absolute value, which is that you don't just drop the absolute value bars and say, okay, it's going to be x minus 3 over x minus 3. Instead, if you know x minus 3 is coming out to a negative number, then what you do is you put a negative in front of it, so that way it's like a negative of a negative, and that makes it positive. So that's what you have to do in case you would ever get a negative. Now, if you were going to get a positive, then you can just drop the absolute value. Okay, so anyway, we still have the limit as x approaches 3 from the left. And now we can cancel out the x minus 3's. We couldn't do that before, but we can now. You can't do it when there's still the absolute value bars, but you can now. And that would just get you a 1 here. So you'd be left with negative 1. And now the limit as x approaches 3 from the left, that doesn't really matter anymore because there is no x. So the answer here is just negative 1. Hope that was helpful.